Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. So I hope that you have grabbed your favorite mug. If you don't have a favorite mug, come on over to www.thebbexperience and get your Coffee with Bridgett mug so that you can have coffee with me on Thursday nights. Well, tonight, y'all, tonight has been anticipated show for tonight. So I'm super happy to have my guest for tonight. She was one of my guests in my very first season. And with the holidays being near, I thought it was so appropriate to bring her back. So I have one question for you before we bring her on. Are you ready for love? Somebody put in the comments, I'm ready for love. I am ready for love. I am ready for love. Let me see you in the comments saying, I am ready for love. So without further ado, help me welcome Dr. Marquita Williams. Dr. Marquita. How are you going?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I am excellent. I'm excellent. I'm so happy that we are catching up. And let me just tell you, listen, tonight's show, this is my last show. Mm-hmm. This is my last show for the year, for the holidays. So what perfect time to have you on. Like yes. Right now, yes. So I have season 1. Mm-hmm. And now we are in season 4. Listen, I see the comments coming in saying, I am ready for love. I am ready for love. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Listen. Okay. Put it in the atmosphere. So, Dr. Marquita.
Yes.
So my audience, my community, I call them CEOs.
Yes.
So I call them CEOs because you are the chief executive officer of you.
Absolutely.
You have the power to actually change your own narrative.
Yes.
You have the power to write your own story.
Yeah.
And you have the power to create a life that you crave. My business coach told me that. You got to have a life that you crave.
Yes.
It's a life that you crave. It's a life that you are just so uber happy and excited to be. I mean, listen.
Yes.
Let's chat it up, girlfriend. So can you tell my CEOs a little bit about you?
Yes, I am Dr. Marquita Williams. I am the CEO of Loving My Curves and Back to Love. For the last several years, I have been creating a love empire.
Love empire. In the comments, love empire.
Love empire, right?
I love empire. Okay.
And basically,
like the video and share. Invite your crew. Tell them come on. The love empire.
Yes, honey. We created a love empire. And basically what that means is I've been working with people, helping them try to love themselves and other people in the most meaningful way possible. And you came to our show, Loving My Curves. And that really is, my love journey to myself. And it's been so wonderful because so many other women and big and tall men have come along on this journey as well.
Okay, say again, big and tall men.
Big and tall men.
Sounds big and tall
curvy women. Yes, you saw them at the show.
Yes.
But before that, we got together when I was starting Back to Love. And that really is about helping us love each other better and talking about dating and love coaching and spicing up your life and creating that love that you really want, that you dream about, that if you really put work in, you don't have to dream about it because you can manifest it in your hands.
If you put the work in. So
put the work in, Bridgett.
I'm doing this already. She said, you put the work in, okay? Put the work in. Listen.
Yes.
Listen. Oh, Dr. Marquita, I did attend the Loving My Curves fashion show, which was absolutely phenomenal. And, it was just beautiful start to finish. Yeah. I love the level of excellence, the level of professionalism, and the entire experience was just like, I was just like so excited to see what was coming next.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the front row like I was at New York Fashion Week.
That's right, because you were.
I was sitting on the front row. And I tell you, I was just like, oh, when they announced my name, I said, oh, let me stand up here. Let me stand up here and wave to the people,
Absolutely. We want to give you that New York Fashion Week experience. And the woman who started New York Fashion Week came to our show because
Malice, right?
Yes, Firm Malice, because we are the only all plus size show. So that really says something in of itself. Women want to see themselves reflected on runways. Big and tall men want to see themselves reflected on runways. And we are really pushing the envelope around body positivity and size inclusion. And you'll love this, that fashion is for everybody.
That's right. Fashion is for everybody.
Everybody.
Lashane Johnson said, let's get it, Dr. Marquita.
And you know what, Bridgett? I know that this is Coffee with Bridgett, but given the hour and the conversation,
you don't have no coffee. Well, I do.
I thought I'd change that seat. Got a little cocktail with Bridgett.
I love it. I love it. So, Dr. Marquita, so we're loving ourselves.
Yes.
And, we are loving our curves.
Yes.
And so this is, been a season or a year that has been one that has been so different.
Yes.
I mean, we have gone from crisis to crisis. We have had so many different issues that are like nonstop. It was social justice, then we had the political climate, and then of course the pandemic, and then you have businesses that are shutting down. So our economic, standpoint right now, it's just like at such a critical stage. But I feel like if we can, find love that we can share, give someone else some love, I feel like that will help us to heal. I do believe that. And I also believe that while we are in this phase, and I know we want to practice social distancing, because listen, I like the way I breathe. So I put my mask on. I like the way I breathe, and I'm protecting myself, but also protecting the other person. But, we've, become creative how we do things now. So creative. On House Party, we on Clubhouse, we on Instagram Live, we on Facebook, we on FaceTime, on Duo. Like, listen, we Netflix and then chilling because you can sync up your Netflix. You can sync up your Netflix with somebody else and y'all can watch the same movie at the same time.
That's it. Absolutely. You got to be creative.
Listen, so how do we date in this pandemic? Yes. Somebody put in the comments, how do I date in this pandemic? I want to date healthy and I want to date responsibly.
Yes, you are so right. 2020 has just been challenge on top of challenge, on top of crisis, on top of trauma, and love transcends, love heals. And the way that we've helped our neighbors, that we've helped each other in business, that we've come together through Zoom to still make sure that we are connected and that we're still showing that love. I think that's the thing that's keeping people charged, keeping people going, right? And if you're single, I'm going to tell you the truth. This pandemic is one of the best times to be dating, right? It is, Bridgett.
It's the best time to be dating.
Yes. It is. You know what?
Tamika said, how do I date?
Yes. Because everybody that is single and serious is looking, right? These online dating websites are at an all-time high in terms of membership. So, you have the whole litany of websites. You have your Matches, you have your eHarmonies and Bumble and Tinder. Their memberships have shot up almost 60% over the pandemic. And so what that means is that on any given day, there are between 1 million and 5 million people looking for love on these websites. So
1 million and 5 million
1 million and 5 million on any given day. So you have no excuse.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, Toya, she said 1 million and 5 million. I just learned something. Okay.
1 million and 5 million. And that's active users. A lot of these websites, if you look at them, they'll say that they have 10 million registered. Match has up to 50 million worldwide, but it's really about 5 million that are active on any given day. So what does that mean? It's not fantasy dating where, you know how we as women do. I need a man with the sixes. He needs to be over 6 feet. He needs a 6-pack and he needs to make 6 figures. No.
Okay, I got it. I got you.
It's not fantasy dating. But it really is an opportunity for you to meet people who you may not ordinarily come in contact with. So if you are really serious about it, this is the opportunity to think about the values and the characteristics of that love that you seek. Get online, get a profile set up, get some great pictures, and then see if you can catch you one of those 1 million to 5 million.
So you say get online, get you some great pictures.
Yes.
Okay. So, but then, you said, but what else do you like? I mean, don't you have to say something about yourself?
Yes, pictures are one piece. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to talk about who you are. So what are the things that are important to me in terms of my values? What kind of personality do I have? What do I like to do? And then what does that person look like who would be my ideal match? When I say look like, I mean, what are his values? What are the things that he's passionate about, or she's passionate about? How does she spend her time? What makes her laugh? What are her hobbies? And come up with a profile that really allows a person to get a sense of various sides of you. You don't want to be all serious and all work, and you don't want to be all fun. You want a person to read that profile and say, wow, Bridgett is funny. I can see she's beautiful. She's spiritually grounded. She has the same values about marriage and family that I have. And she loves bowling, So let me send her a swipe or a click or a smile or whatever it is.
Wow. Okay. So, all right. So you y'all getting this? Please like and share this, and invite your girlfriends and your boyfriends. Just invite the whole crew tonight. Okay. Bring everybody to the party tonight. So, okay. Now walk us through this thing. Go on. You create your profile.
Yeah.
Put your pictures on there.
Yeah.
Then you have to put your pictures on there. You start talking about, things that you like and your values and all of that. And then you click them.
Well, it depends on the site. So some sites just allow mutual matching. You swipe, if there's somebody you like, you can send them a smile. Other sites, the onus is on the woman to swipe. eHarmony matches for you, but there's still that variability in you doing a search and sending someone a flirt or a smile or a full email. Now, this is what I'll say. A lot of times women are coy and we want to just send a smile. It's kind of like, putting a little bait out and see if the man will catch it and come on over. But remember, 1 million to 5 million. So while you're smiling, your sister over here is sending a paragraph talking about what she's looking for and what she's interested in. And that might really capture somebody's attention. So I think that there's a balance. If there's someone that you're really interested in, I would go for a short email introducing yourself or saying hello. And then the most excruciating part is you have to wait.
Okay, that's not bad.
You have to wait, but online dating is a full-time job. It is. I mean, you have to really be committed, number one, to making sure that you are you're checking your profiles, you're having conversations, and you also have to make sure that you don't take it so seriously. Because remember, there are a lot of people out here. Everybody is seeking and trying to find. So people might not get back to you immediately. Somebody that you are interested in may not be interested in you, and it's not personal because they don't know you. So you have to kind of get a tough skin, but also just be prepared to. You always talk about going to the party. Be prepared to enter the room as though it were a party. And there are many, many people to be seen and to see you.
So I'm trying to remember if it was Steve Harvey's show or I can't remember which show it was, but I saw where they had all these couples who met on Twitter.
On Twitter.
On Twitter, yes. They met on Twitter. And I kind of followed the story. So they met on Twitter because they both were tweeting about a certain cause. And so the dialogue started because they're both sharing their points of view about the cause.
That's fantastic. So many of the non-dating sites have turned into dating sites. Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, so
LinkedIn.
Listen, yes. Yes, yes. Because someone may respond to a post that you have commented on or posted, or like you say on Twitter, some level of social action that you've posted, and then it gets the conversation going, and the next thing you know, they're sliding into your DMs asking you for some coffee to talk about the issue a bit more.
Listen, so for people who are, not comfortable with actually creating a profile and all of that dating online, I do remember one time when I had you on the show, and what you say when you're pumping gas, you look over at somebody. If you see somebody, I can't remember the example. So, but how can you still date safely if you don't want to create a profile?
Well, if you don't want to be online, it's we're in the pandemic, so everybody's in the mask, and people are, I think, a bit more focused on what they're doing, but it doesn't stop you from glancing over your shoulder. In this day and age, whether they're masks or not masks, you always have to show that you are available, right? Okay. I was going to visit a friend of mine who was in the hospital. This was midsummer. We were all still in masks. But I'm out with a girlfriend of mine. We're dressed up, the hair is done, makeup is done, but we had masks on. And as we were coming into the hospital, the gentleman that was giving the visit tickets said to me, "You're a very beautiful woman." And I said to my friend, "How does he know?" Right? And she said, "Men have X-ray vision." But I think what it was I came in, my energy, was big. I was like, "Hello, how you doing? Is everybody being safe?" I was having a conversation, and that energy is, I think, what he felt in addition to whatever else it was that he saw. And so I think because we have these masks on, some of that energy and the way that you are moving through your world is what's gonna cause people to gravitate towards you.
Wow. Thank you, Ashanti. Thank you, Kira, for your question. Listen, y'all, come on, keep on inviting your friends. So, all right.
So now, once you get offline and you get on the phone, it's time to date.
Stop right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell the truth, shame the devil, okay?
Uh-oh.
I don't give out my real phone number. I got a Google Voice number.
A lot of people do that.
Give out my real phone number.
Yes.
Guys, let me tell you, I'm the block queen, okay? Because if I give you my real phone number, then if I meet somebody, I give you my real phone number, and then I get a chance to know you after a couple of times, and I'm like, nah, I ain't really interested. Like, conversation is weak, or you so needy, or I just feel like the stars and I align. Like, I can block you. You I can block you.
Wait a minute, Bridgett.
I'm not good at the dating thing. I'm just gonna tell you, learn it.
If you are dating someone, you meet them, you're having a conversation. You said the conversation is weak. Or there's something that you feel that you are not compatible. Will you have the conversation, or you just automatically block the person?
So it depends on what day of the week it is.
Oh my gosh, Bridgett.
Some days I might be like, you know what? I might challenge you and encourage you to try to change the conversation. But then, after a while, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not gonna pull you along. No.
So you don't have a responsibility to pull them along, but I do think that we have a responsibility to one another. The reason that dating is so hectic in 2020 is because we have forgot our manners, right? We have forgot.
Help us. Okay.
Listen, we have forgot.
You already know you on me.
We have forgot that these are other people, right? And so we all have headache. We all have heartache. We all have been there and done that. And like you said in the beginning, everybody is just trying to find their person, right? But if it's not you, I'm sure he would appreciate you saying, babe, it's not you. It's okay, but everybody is not a match. God bless you. I wish you well. As opposed to calling you and getting a block message.
My friend Kira said, Doc, she blocks them. And she right.
You can, from today on, you have to stop blocking.
Okay. I'm making a commitment. I'm making it publicly. I'm gonna stop blocking. Okay.
You You gotta just, what they say, pull up big girl panties and have the conversation.
Remember that movie? He's just not into you. Remember that movie?
Yes.
Okay, I will make a conscious decision to not block people. Okay.
Okay. So wait. Not blocking is one thing.
Okay.
How you talk to them when you're releasing them in love is another thing.
Oh, hashtag release in love. Somebody put that in
love. Yes. I receive you in love and I release you in love.
Okay,
that's it, right? You just have to really have some level of a compassionate conversation. Doesn't have to be long, but it really has to keep in mind that the next woman that comes after me deserves whatever it is that his best is. And I don't want to leave him so bruised that she doesn't get the best, but she gets the rest from what I left him with.
Okay, release. I got you. Okay, I'm following.
So just have a little conversation. I think, I think that we might not be the match for one another, and so I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time, but I want to let you know. That's all the responsibility you have. He might not like it. He may get upset, but at least you were responsible and accountable to the fact that you entered into this space with him. Can you do that for me?
I will. I'm going to say this last thing, then I'm going to get back to making sure I answered everybody else's question. But let me tell you something I did do, y'all. Let me tell you. Okay. So I have this thing, okay? I'm 47 years old. I'm 3 years from 50, okay? Don't send me them little gifts and emojis all day long, okay? Yeah, Dr. Marquita, he would send me like Mickey Mouse emojis. That is so... That's not my thing. Okay.
Can you tell them Mickey Mouse is not my thing?
I was like, bruh. Like, no, I am a conversation person.
Yeah.
I want to know what makes you happy. I want to know what makes you sad. I want to know what's your favorite color. Okay. Do you have dreams and visions for yourself?
Okay.
That's the kind of stuff I want to know.
Are you asking those questions?
I do. But then I have to be careful with that because I probably sound borderline interviewish. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You want it to be organic. And yes, you want to just...
Y'all get your conversation with Marquita because listen, she got some stuff for you tonight, okay? So, but those are the things that I think about. And I understand, the tech savvy, and I'm tech savvy, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate the kind words, and I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, I think that at this stage in my life, I use myself for example, at this stage in my life, now I tell my girlfriend who's on her Kira, she probably gonna kill me. I told her, I said, child, I'm gonna have 5 people on the roster the whole year. I'm just gonna do 5 people at one time, okay?
You know what? I think that's okay. It's okay to date, right? But just be honest about the fact that you're dating and do that, because that really is what dating is. It's assessing the suitability of the other person for marriage, right? For long-time commitment. And in order to do that, it's okay to date various people. So there's nothing wrong with that. We get locked in though really quick. I like this person, they like me, that's it. And it's all right. If that's your agreement, then that's fine. But I think most people are dating these days.
All right, so let's walk us through this profile now that I let you to
Lord. Back to the profile.
Let's get back to this profile. Okay, you put your pictures on there. You click them or you swipe them, you do all of that. So give us some examples of things you say in initial conversation. If you are the person who's reaching out, what do you say?
I would say something like, hello, my name is so-and-so. I read your profile.
Do you use a real name? Do you use a real name?
So I may use a portion of my name. So I might use my whole name. I might use a portion of my name, meaning I'm not going to say, hi, my name is Stacy and my name is Marquita. But in my profile, when I've had profiles, it says Kita. So my name is Kita. And I usually will say something about the person's profile, which is important because it shows that you read it. A lot of people online are just looking at pictures, right? And you want to set yourself apart from that. So I would say, I read your profile. I was really impressed with this, or I liked when you said I like what you said about that. We have this in common. Take a look at my profile. And if you're interested, let me know. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've introduced yourself. You've acknowledged that you read their profile and you've said some things specifically about it, and then you invited that person to find out more about you, so that when they come back to you, they now have the same thing to say to you. Hi, Bridgett, I read your profile. I also think we have some things in common. I really like that you said blah, blah, blah. And then it sets that mutuality off from the beginning.
Okay, so then y'all become a match, okay? Become the match after you become the match. And he said, okay, let's take this conversation offline, okay? Mm-hmm. So do you give them your email, or is that when you give them your Google Voice number?
It really depends on what you're comfortable with and what the two of you agree to.
Some people. Here's the next question, because I'm gonna help the people in the comments too. Okay, y'all get y'all questions ready. Listen. Yes. So now I'm being serious. So because I have a brand, because I care about how I am viewed, as a professional, also as a character and integrity. Yeah, I'm sending you pictures of me. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not sending pictures. That's just me.
That's the first thing. People want 10 pictures and they want to send 10 pictures of themselves. Now, let me tell you what that's about. Mm-hmm. You can be whoever you want to be online.
Right.
And so the pictures that you have up, unfortunately, sometimes people post old pictures. They post pictures of other people, and so if someone asks you for a picture, a lot of times it's verifying. Is this the woman that I see on the pictures that I'm also talking to on the phone? So it's okay, I think, to send 1 or 2 pictures so they know that it's the same person and they're recent pictures.
Okay. So I would only share pictures of pictures I already have out. Like, 'cause I have a billion pictures on my social media, or it would be something I already have out. All right. So that's why people ask for pictures. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you made the match. Y'all confirmed that it is each other, So do you video chat, or do you, what do we do next?
Well, we're in the virtual dating age. So it really, again, depends on the two people and what you're comfortable with. Video chat is a quick way to assess, like who is this person? I'm looking at their mannerisms. I'm listening to what they're saying. I'm getting a sense of their body language. And it's a way to have a connection. Sometimes you may want to have just a regular phone conversation first, like you said, to see if intellectually you're compatible. And then once you assess that and you say, okay, I'd like to have a video chat, then you can move on to the video chat.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So we had a video chat.
Mm-hmm. And actually the video chat in today's day and age, that could be a first date, right?
Okay. All right. So we video chat and we say, oh, you're nice. Oh, you're nice. And we end up having a conversation. We got things in common. Okay. So then you video chat, and so then you keep, because we're in a pandemic, right. So you keep on video chatting and you do things together virtually, right?
Right.
Okay, so what are things we do virtually besides Netflix? We cook together,
Exactly. So if the two of you, are both pretty good cooks, you don't have to be chefs. You can have a mutual grocery list, something small. We're going to make some spaghetti. We get some ground beef, we get some spaghetti, and we cook together. Sometimes one person may have a recipe that they can send to the other, and you cook together, and then you eat together. And it's almost like we're at the restaurant together, because you set up the video and you're having your meal, and your date is having their meal, and you have the same conversation. If you're not chefs or you don't want to cook, just get your favorite takeout, schedule a time to meet, and sit and have dinner virtually. Happy hour is another, just quick and easy after work. You know what? Let's unwind together, grab your favorite drink, even if it's coffee, and, meet me at 6:30 and let's talk about our day. And let's,
we dressing up.
Well, listen, you always want to put your best foot forward. So, you don't want to come to the video date in your pajamas.
I'm trying to paint the picture here. Okay.
Yeah, it's a date.
Okay.
It's a date. So you want to show up for the date, like you would if you were going out. I mean, these days we showing up from the way.
Right.
Showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So now you consistently, are showing up and having conversation. And I love music. I love that, especially cooking. And you're doing all of this. And so after how long should you continue to video chat before you go out with the person?
Well, that really depends these days on the person's COVID safety. So some people don't want to meet in person right away because the numbers are increasing. Maybe they live in another state. And so you have to get creative. If you do decide that you want to meet in person, you still have to figure out what you're comfortable with. Okay. Is this a social distance date where you meet somewhere at a place that you're both relatively familiar with? There's, some activity and people around, and you want to sit in your cars. So I've seen people have virtual dates or, social distancing dates where you pull up in your car, they pull up in their car in the opposite direction. So you're closer. There's no passenger seat in between you, and you park and you have a picnic. So somebody brings the wine, somebody brings some snacks. You hand off either of the items that you bought, and you're sitting and you're chatting with the person in a socially distanced way, but you're in real time.
Oh, okay, that's decent.
That's you, right? I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so give us some ideas of other things we could do.
Yeah, when it's not so cold, you can go for a walk. A good friend of mine and her partner, they went Segway riding.
Okay.
On the Segways. Just anything where you can be outdoors. You can go to a winery. Mm-hmm. Everything that you would do normally, they're still trying to make sure that couples can still engage in them to keep the economy going, but it's just social distance. So there are wine tastings that are only 2 people at a time allowed into the wine tasting space, mm-hmm. and it's social distancing. You can do an escape room, and they're now moving them from the smaller escape rooms to the larger spaces. You can also do virtual. You remember Painting with a Twist, where you would get into the room and everybody would paint and drink? Mm-hmm. Well, at this point, you can sign up for Painting with a Twist, and they send you the picture of the painting to your computer.
So, wow. You hear that? You could be painting at home because she loves painting.
So you can get the picture on your end, your date gets the picture on their end, and then the instructor comes on to instruct each of you in real time on how to paint the picture. And at the end, you turn it around and show what you've done. So there are a lot of things to do virtually if you're willing to be a little creative and get out of the rut of let's watch Netflix and chill.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Can you do some of this? You ready for this?
All right, I got to take it slow. I got to take it slow.
Bridgett.
I'll take it slow. But I'm sure some of my audience members, some of my CEOs, put in the comments if you're gonna try some of these tips that Dr. Marquita is giving us.
What does take it slow mean? The reason why dating, people get so bored of dating is because we lose our creativity. Mm-hmm. And people want to do the same things over and over. Let's just watch a movie. Let me just come over.
I'll do the cooking thing. Well, I'm in my house cooking, and I'll do the cooking thing.
So okay, that's one date. What's next?
I'll do the cooking thing. I'll do the what's the other one you gave us?
I gave you some painting.
I'll paint at home. I'll do that. Yep.
I got another one for you.
What's that?
Love languages quiz. How about that?
You gotta read the book though, right?
You don't have to read the book.
Okay.
You can go to the 5 Love Languages website. There are 5 love languages. Mm-hmm. Gifts, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, and words of affirmation.
Y'all get that. Go to the 5 language. Put in the comments 5 languages website. Yes. Okay.
Once you do the quiz and you find out what your predominant love language is, and your partner finds out what theirs is, then there's a conversation about the things that you can do for one another that make you feel good. So that's also something you can do.
Okay.
One of my favorite things to do, and since you like to communicate, are the questions.
Okay.
So there are all kinds of games that you can purchase or you can make up yourself that are cards that ask you various questions. Okay. I'm gonna give you an example. And these are questions that are for couples who have been dating for a little bit, so you know the person a little bit more. Okay. I'm pulling these questions from one of my games that I use called Skin Deep. Okay. And this is a question that says, when do I hurt you that I don't realize?
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. When do I hurt you
that I don't realize?
I don't realize.
So that's going to start some conversation.
When somebody put it in there, when do I hurt you and I don't realize? Okay, let's give us another question.
What do you think I'm insecure about?
What do you think I am insecure about? That's great conversation.
Yes. Okay. Yes. One more. What's the best lesson that you've learned as the result of being with me?
Woo! That can go either way.
Yes, it really can.
I've learned, you've introduced me to so many great new things. I've opened up my mind to want to, be spontaneous, or it could be, I've learned I need to elevate my patience.
Exactly. I mean, that's the risk that you take. But the point is to start having deeper conversations, because a lot of time, once you see the person, or even if it's video or if it's in person, the physical attraction takes over. And we really stop asking the questions that get us to go deeper. So these are some questions that remove.
What's the name of those?
So this particular card game is called Skin Deep. But I'm going to have to come out with a Dr. Marquita card game.
Okay, so put in the comments, it's called Skin Deep.
Skin Deep. But there are dozens of them on Amazon that are really cheap. There's one called the Intimacy Game. There's another one just simply called the Couples Questionnaire. And it's just a deck of cards.
Okay.
So are you ready to talk about if you're in the same house together?
All right. Y'all ready to talk about if you're in the same house together? Are y'all, somebody put in the comments, say, I'm ready to talk about it. Ooh, child, let me drink some.
I'm going to have a sip myself.
Y'all, if y'all have any questions for Dr. Marquita, please put your questions in the comments so Dr. Marquita can answer your questions. Listen, put your comments. Tish, I know you got some questions. Put your comments in here. Tish is one of my best friends in North Carolina. So Tish always say, send me your daddy. Tish want her older.
Not send me your daddy.
Tish is like, send me the daddy. I want to.
Okay, somebody mature and focused. They know what they want. Right. She don't want no games.
Oh, they say yes. Ready to talk about we're in the same house together. Ooh, take it away, Dr. Marquita.
Some of my favorite games are games that you can play in the house with your partner. Did you like how I said that? Look, don't say she said it. She's like, oh, what she about to say? I'm going to start you off easy. Okay, so instead of sitting on the couch watching TV or just simply making a dinner, why not have a scavenger hunt? Right? Okay. Yes. And so where would you go if I said, turn the lights on, get underground, that is where your first clue will be found.
So if it was me,
yes,
I would go to my lower level.
Okay.
Because my lower level, I have another office downstairs. So that's yeah.
Exactly. So you would go.
Somebody put in the comments where you would go. Easy. Because
that's clue for the basement, for the lower level, right? Underground. And then you can leave whatever it is that the clue is in that space. So, for example, if we go back to we're going to make some spaghetti tonight dinner, you say, okay, babe, we're going to have a scavenger hunt. And at the end of the scavenger hunt, we're going to make dinner. So maybe you send them down the basement and he gets a box of spaghetti. You send them up.
Okay.
You give them another clue and it leads them to the shower and it's a bag of onions.
Hey, Dr. Tremaine. Yes. Okay.
At the end of it, you have all the ingredients to cook the dinner. Right?
Okay. All right. That's a cute game. Okay.
Okay. So now we're going to take that scavenger hunt up a notch.
Okay. Okay.
The naked scavenger hunt.
I'm gonna see who in the audience gonna play that one. Who are you gonna play?
The naked scavenger hunt is the same idea, except every time you miss a clue, you have to lose one piece of clothing. So you give a little bit more difficult clues because you want them to be running around naked at the end. So you might lose the game, but you win the evening.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I knew that would make you blush. That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, I got another one. This is my favorite one.
And then I got a question for you after that.
Okay. My favorite. You got to do a little work for it. Real easy. You go to the dollar store. You get the deck of letter cards. You know, A, B, C, D letter cards. 2 decks. You come back. You say to your partner, okay, so we're going to play word scramble. And you take the cards and you make the words that give your partner the instruction on what to do. So you make a word. You're killing me with this cup. So let's say you make the word kiss. You put the word kiss in the refrigerator. You put the word hug in the bathroom. You put the word touch over by the TV remote. Whenever your partner finds the cards, they have to unscramble the word, find you, and do whatever the word says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now that can get really interesting.
Well, now I got a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you give us one example? Oh, somebody said candles by the radio. Oh, my sister Keisha said candles by the radio.
You can make it whatever you want it to be.
Oh God, I'm so weak right now.
You all right? You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good. So my question now, all right. So can you give us an example of a time where you have created a profile? One time where it was a success and one time where it was a bust.
Where I created a personal profile.
Yeah.
So I've done both, online dating myself, and I've taught classes on online dating, helping people to create profiles, figure out which site is best for you, so forth. Okay. So profiles haven't necessarily, I don't think, been the thing that has made it a bust. Okay. But it may have been the person or not properly vetting the person, so, you make the profile, somebody has a couple of conversations with you back and forth, you move to the phone. And for me, a bust is as soon as you give them your number, they sending you naked pictures.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's enough.
That's the total bust.
Okay. Okay. The best opportunities are when
you create a profile, and the person that comments on your profile has actually read it. And so they're talking about the things that you spoke about. They ask you more questions about some of the things that you said, and you automatically feel like, you know what, this could really be something, because they're taking the time to take interest in me, and they really genuinely want to know me. And, that has happened to me. Yes. And I'm very happy about it.
Okay. So now, so y'all get your questions ready for our last 10 minutes that we're here. So give the people give my CEOs here some examples of the sites, some examples of the sites, like we know which site is for what, like that type of thing.
I'm going to give you some examples of site, and I'm going to give you one more activity to do. And this can either be whether you live together or if you are virtually dating.
Okay.
And I call this Name That Song. And it actually was inspired by somebody that I met online.
Okay.
And it simply is, you come up with 5 questions. And you ask the person these questions. So it would be, play me the song that reminds you of when we first met.
Okay.
Play me the song that reminds you of our first kiss.
Okay.
Play me the song that reminds you of our first date, and so forth. You create your own questions, and each of you get the opportunity to play each other the songs. And it really creates a very intimate and romantic space that you can share and continuously refer back to for those times when you need to refer back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good evening. That's a really good evening. So in terms of sites, it really depends on how serious you are. And these days, you can't really define the type of person that you're going to meet by the site. Once upon a time, people thought that if you met somebody on Tinder, it was strictly hookup. But people have met on Tinder, gotten married, had kids, moved on, right? It really depends on, who you are. And I think a lot about the age range. So Tinder is one site. Bumble is the site that puts the women in charge. So women choose, and the men have like a couple days to respond, but the women are the ones who do the selecting.
Okay.
Match is the big daddy. Match has the most members, the most global reach, and that can be great, and that can be challenging because, again, there's so many people, there's so many choices. You kind of got to take time to weed through all of the profiles and see who's serious and see who's not, but there's great diversity.
Okay.
Then you move to the more specialty sites. Those are the ones like your Christian Mingle that are dedicated, for Christians.
All my fave friends on here, Christian Mingle. Okay, go ahead.
You see me throwing my hands up because once upon a time, there was a girl who was on Christian Mingle. Okay. And she met a guy who was a bishop. And as soon as they had the first conversation, he wanted to take her clothes off. And she said to him, "Sir, you are a bishop." And he said, "Yeah, but I'm a man first." So proceed with caution on all of these sites. So you got Christian Mingle, but then you also have eHarmony for those who are seriously marriage-minded. That site is much more costly because it's for people who are looking for a partner and who are dedicated and committed to kind of cutting through the casual dating, foolishness that you may find on some of the other sites. And then you also have, specialty sites depending on your religious, preference. There's JDate for Jewish folks. There are LGBTQIA sites. There are sites for people over 50. There are a couple of those. Our Time, 50 and Dating. You just have to do your homework and find out what site matches what you're looking for best. I would suggest pay for a site. You get what you pay for. If you're on a free site and everybody else is free, you're getting the people that are kind of putting in that free energy. But if you are really serious about it and you go to a site where people are more serious, there's some sites like The League that are all Ivy League graduates. There are professional sites where it's only.
Donna just said I met my husband on Yahoo Personals and we 15 years in. All right, Donna.
Yes, Yahoo Personals was years ago. I don't even think they have that anymore. But Donna is a really good friend of mine. And Donna is a perfect success story about online dating. Because she didn't want to date. She didn't want the variability, but she said, okay, I'm going to date. I'm going to try it. And her husband was just this like really good guy, great conversation, great listener. And when she met him, she was like, okay, this is it. This is the kind of guy I've been looking for. And she, moved from the site. They got together in life, and it's 15 years later. So you have to know what you're looking for.
Wow. All right. Do y'all have any questions for Dr. Marquita? Because our time is winding down, but we want to make sure this is like the perfect way to end season 4. Helping you find love. We gave you some tonight, gave you some games, conversation, gave you some laughter. Are y'all enjoying this? Did y'all enjoy this? Listen. But so if y'all have any questions for Dr. Marquita, listen, you getting your free session right here now, okay? Because outside of here, it's going to cost you.
Yes, yes, ma'am. You can also email me if any of the games that I mentioned, you didn't, get the full information on them. You can email me at askdrmarquita@gmail. Bridgett, I'll make sure that you have it to put on your site. You can also find me on Instagram at askdrmarquita as well. DM me. I'm happy to give you any of the information that I've shared here tonight. And I got so many more. I think it's really important to stay creative and excited. And like you said in the beginning, create the love that you want to have. And, try not to, it's easy to get involved in your routine. Every day, this is what we do. This is how we do it. But imagine if one of those days you said, honey, we're going to have a naked scavenger hunt. It's going to take a turn.
I said, I love music. 1968 said, how to keep a getting to know phase exciting when both people have hectic schedules and traveling for work.
So was that a question? Say it again.
Yes.
So how do you keep it exciting when both people have to travel for work? Is that the question?
Yes.
Listen, that is the perfect opportunity for video connecting, right? And there's also something that I like to do via text message. If you're traveling for work, let's say you're traveling for work on a Monday, but you're going to see your partner on Friday. You say, babe, I need you to check your cell phone every day at 3:00. And every day at 3:00, you send them a word. And at the end of that week, on the Friday, they get the last word. And then you put the words together to make the sentence that you want them to have when they see you. So it can be
nice.
Yes. So it creates some level of anticipation. What is she going to send me now? What is he going to send me now? What are they going to say? And, it can be something that you miss about them. It can be something that you love about them. It can be something that you want to do when you see them. You can make it as sweet or, as exciting as you'd like to, but it keeps it going. There's also a vision board exercise that you can do. Again, it's about asking questions and making sure that you're aligned. So maybe you have some pictures and, the two of you get some magazines. Maybe before your partner travels, you put 2 or 3 magazines or something in their bag. And, if you have some downtime, you say, babe, I'd like you to tear out 2 or 3 words that you think about when you think about our love. And I'd like you to, tear out a picture that speaks to our future. When you get together, match those words up and it gives you an opportunity to see if you're on the same page about where you think you're going and how this love feels to the both of you. Very simple things, don't take a lot of money and don't take a lot of time, but it creates strong and deep connections.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like the vision thing.
Yeah, I love a vision board too. Yeah. And I really love the text message because we're so connected to our phones. And so if somebody's sending me a word a day, I'm waiting for the next day. What's the next word? What's the next word? So that I can put it all together and see what my prize is at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. This was so good. This is so good. So good.
So there's no excuse to be bored. There's no excuse to not have a great dating life. There's no excuse. I gave you a lot of tips. There's more if you need them, but just take one or two and see how it changes your dating experience.
So Dr. Marquita, how can my followers find you? Tell them your social media handles.
So I am Dr. Marquita almost everywhere. DrMarquita. That I'm Dr. Marquita on Twitter. I'm Ask Dr. Marquita on Instagram. Ask Dr. Marquita is my email address. And there's an Ask Dr. Marquita on Facebook. So just look up Dr. Marquita and you can find me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have had such great conversation. We gave you some funny things.
Yes.
We walked you through creating your profile. Great conversation. Gave you a recipe to make some spaghetti. You know? But this was like my last episode of Coffee with Bridgett for 2020. But don't worry. If you're new to the Bridgett Battles experience, I got you covered. We have so many other episodes. You can binge watch them. You can log on to my website at www.thebbexperience.com. And that is where you can see past episodes. You can see past episodes on my YouTube. But trust me, you will still hear from me. We'll be back in January with all new videos and a whole bunch of new content and so many amazing things to share with all of you. But so just before we end tonight's session, publicly, I want to say publicly to everybody who supports me, who follow me on social media, who buy my products, who bought my mugs, and I still have mugs left. So if you don't have your Coffee with Bridgett mug, go to www.thebbexperience.com. But I want to say thank you. Thank you. This has been a great year. Even in the midst of the pandemic, there has still been a great year so that we've been able to talk more and also been able to share. So, and also publicly, I just want to say this because they're all here, but you don't see them. But I have a full team that consistently works with me to make sure that I put out great content. They make sure that my video quality is great. I actually have a producer that's running the camera behind the scenes. Oh, look, my eye running, my behind the scenes. I'm not doing any of those things. I just get the opportunity to sit here and talk to you. So shout out to my team because they're all here. They're all behind the scenes doing different things. Cameron Washington, who's my brand manager. Cameron, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for another great year. Then there's also my amazing makeup artist who's going to kill me because when she look at my eyes. Falaza Nicole Artistry, who beats my face every week, y'all. Every week. I never come on camera without a beat face. Falaza, I appreciate you. My amazing photographer, Sean Handy. Sean, I appreciate you. I have a publicist out of New York, Shekinah Monet, Perfect Vision PR. And then also I have a personal assistant, Shy. Shy is here. Shy is the one who makes sure that my comments behind the scenes are popping up. So I'm not typing anything, that I can be devoted to providing you with good content. So to my BB squad, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for working with me. Thank you for supporting me. Just know 2021, listen, 2021, we're going to kill it together. So I just publicly want to say that for my squad. All right. And then the last thing I want to say is if you have not done your Christmas shopping, I do have some amazing headbands that are left. If you could see, I have on a purple one tonight. I do have gold ones and silver ones. And as well as I have new products on the website, and the earrings I have on tonight are also on the website, www.thebbexperience.com. So go buy yourself something, go buy your sister girl something, go buy your girlfriend something, go buy your boo, somebody you meet virtually while you're dating. Go buy them a gift. Yes, but I want to say thank you. So let's bring Dr. Marquita back so we can close out and cheers. So for those of you who signed up for my master class, I'm excited that I'll be teaching my master class tonight at 8:30. And I keep looking that I keep seeing more registrations keep coming in. So thank you all. All right, Dr. Marquita, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. You got your cup?
I got my cup. Cheers.
Cheers to an amazing segment tonight and to an amazing new year.
Yes.
Health and prosperity and wealth to you and your family. I look forward to having you on again in 2021. And I appreciate you. You were on season 1 and now you're on season 4. We got to make this an annual thing.
Yes, we're making an annual thing. I had a great time. Thank you so much for having me. Go out and get your love.
Go out and get your love. All right.
Get your love. Back to love.
Back to love.
2021. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Have a great evening, everybody.
Thank you so much.